I'm Vin.
I'm Sori.
If you would like to get your song reviewed, dear listener, there's the filthy capitalist option. As Sori says, $125 gets you straight to the head of the line. You don't have to be a part of the alliance. You don't have to be part of the group.
Wait a minute.
And the biggest thing is you don't have to wait. You hop, skip, and jump right in front of everybody. $125 gets you there. You do that 3 times, and you get mashed down to the $75 rate for perpetuity.
Yes!
Also, there is a band review option. So if you've got a band and you're trying to get your band some exposure, hit me up at vinsori@gmail.com, and I'll show you the details about how to pull that off.
You can also jump on Patreon, and there is a option on the tiers to be able to get your band reviewed. Obviously, we can't lie to you, so we can't guarantee a positive review. Get what you get.
It's just rubbish.
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 That's British for garbage.
My favorite is the community option. $1 at the gate gets you in at Patreon. You get to join an alliance. The alliance joins their points together, and that helps determine what songs that we do.
The alliances hang out on Discord.
Message me on Patreon to get the link.
And they do all kinds of other cool things. They do Minecraft, Dungeons and Dragons.
Yeah. It's really a community within the community. Anybody can go in the village, facebook.com/Vin and Sori. There's 160,000+ people on the channel. What's cool about the Discord is that it offers a real opportunity for community connection, friendship, that type of thing.
And it's on Discord, so if you're not a Facebook person, it's for you.
You start off at $1.
Right.
Plus you get exclusives. Sori and I are working on a song. So the first 15 seconds of that was on Patreon. Also, at $15 tier and above, when we actually debut the video, they're going to be there live with us. There you are, dear listener.
Buy our merch.
Buy our merch, indeed. A child shall lead them.
To buy our merch.
Yes, dear listener.
Ladies
Yes, dear
and
listener. Yes, dear listener.
What are you pointing at?
Turn up your light.
Turn it brighter?
Okay, guys, here we are.
How goes it? We told you we'd be back.
Judas Priest is the name of the priest. We told you, beautiful people, we'd be back, and we have arrived as promised.
Right.
This is a combo stream. We're an alliance of alliances. Who are the, or is it one alliance here?
No, we have 2 alliances. One of them is Sin and Glory, and the other is Epic Underground.
Sin and Glory and Epic Underground. These are alliances. Like we just said in the commercial, you start in at the $1 tier, and a bunch of different ways to get your songs reviewed. We recently, this week, had a debut of the big homie DJ Ben. So lots of ways to get your songs reviewed, guys. We're gonna get right into it. Song number 1 is by a band you may be familiar with. It's by the name of Judas Priest. I don't know if you've ever heard of those people. But they kind of do music. They can kind of sing, kind of play guitar, kind of inspirational for every single metal band on the planet that's worth anything. And as you can see in the bottom left-hand corner of your screen, dear listener, that right there is Fuji Bear Baby Formula. A lot of baby formulas have a lot of crazy stuff in them. It's we had formula
Health
recalls.
codes haven't been updated since 1980.
Seduct. Correct.
I was going to say 85, but I remembered it was like 1980, so.
1980, before we were born. Look, you guys know how we are with kids. We love kids. And we've got a bunch of them, and our kids could not keep down American formula. We had to find an alternative, and then once we found that alternative, we figured we'd share it with you, beautiful
share
people.
with the world.
Fuji Bear, just go to Amazon.com and type Fuji in the search. We will pop up. There's also links in the description, and if you want to be part of the team to promote Fuji Bear, send us an email, vinsori@gmail.com.
And we'll let you know how to get that done.
But
all right, so first song up is Judas Priest.
Judas Priest. And
the
name
Sentinel?
of the song is The Sentinel. Let's go!
Wait.
Oh, I'm sorry.
He's ready. We haven't heard Judas Priest in a while. The Sin and Glory Alliance is back in action.
Yes, sir!
This group...
Shout out to the Sin and Glory Alliance, reconstituted beautifulness.
This group has been on a hiatus for most of last year, but we are going to kick off this year strong.
Yes, sir.
To make up for lost time, we are currently taking nominations for a poll in which the top 6 winning songs will be reacted to. For current members of Sin and Glory, you need to get on Discord. We are moving from Facebook to Discord. For those who are not us, but the Sin and Glory group is. you need to get on Discord. Oh, I'm so sorry. For those who aren't members but want to join, get on Patreon, pay $1, and then get on Discord, and I'll let you know. The way to get on Discord is you message me once you're on Patreon, and I will send you on your way. And let it be known you want to join the Sin and Glory Alliance. Our genres are alternative, classic rock, hard rock, grunge, goth, industrial, heavy metal, metalcore, progressive metal, and punk, bitches. If you like those genres and you have $1 to spare per month, come on over. Each member can nominate 2 songs, and all the members can vote among the nominees. The top 6 songs will get a reaction from Vin and Sori. This time is limited, so get on over there. Our first song today is one of the 2 winners from our free-for-all poll back in May. This song was nominated by Hansi Mueller. It's a song by Judas Priest.
And the Beatles. That group also features the Beatles because
Clearly.
Everybody knows that if you're dealing with D. Wayne, you are dealing with the Beatles. All right, guys, here we go. The Sentinel. I was going to say Rob Halford, but there's other people in the band. Judas Priest, let's go. I thought it was going to start out like Painkiller with that drum.
So I was thinking Painkiller too.
Blood runs everywhere. The figure stands expressionless, impassive and alone, unmoved by his victory, and the seas of death he sown. Sworn to avenge, condemned to hell, denied the blade of the saints to know. Sworn to avenge, condemned to hell, denied the blade of the saints to know. Sworn to avenge, condemned to hell, denied the blade of the saints to know. Sworn to avenge, condemned to hell, denied the blade of the saints to
Rob freaking Halford, ladies and gentlemen.
Once again, comes to us with an amazing song.
Rob freaking.
Since we repented of our
if you
dislike.
you gotta be an OG channel member
Yep.
to know how funny this is.
Yeah.
I was not a big fan of Rob Halford's vocals when we first started the channel.
You know, honestly, that's probably such a great review because we were we were watching Painkiller, and neither one of us liked it. And you can imagine the comment section blew up on us. People were not happy with our of our dislike.
That was the first time I realized that the whole "we want authentic reactions" thing wasn't true. And that's when I decided that I loved doing this thing. Because
Check out the comment section.
I'm a middle child. You know what I'm saying? So if you're a middle
Yeah.
child, I mean, it's proven, evolutionarily speaking, you're going to be a dick.
Yeah, I'm also a middle child.
She's also a middle child.
Shout out to the middles.
Shout out to the middles. Also, speaking of which, shout out to Baby Nova, Bacon Stuffed Donut, which is a very interesting name. Had a kid September 6th. around there
Yay!
somewhere.
Congratulations.
Shout out, named her Noah. It's pretty cool.
Named her Noah?
Nova.
Nova?
Yeah.
Oh, Nova. Yeah, I like that
Badass name.
Yeah, it is.
Badass name. All right. So we did not like Painkiller or at all because of the the register, how high he goes on the register. You know, we had just
We were like,
started-
what is this? Like, ah! We were like, what's
we
happening?
had just started channeling in like my metal bona fides at the time were Korn and Metallica.
Honestly, that was when I realized you didn't know as much metal as I thought you did.
Yeah, I didn't know a damn thing about metal.
And both of us were like, this is trash. Turns out, I took that video and I was like, I'm going to show my mother because I wanted her to think it was so ridiculous too. So I played it, and as I was playing it to her, I was like, this is weird. I told my mother, I said, this is not what it sounded like when I heard it the last time, because I had already,
Yeah, it was
like,
so weird.
it already had changed and you already started liking the sound of it again. So I brought it back to Vinny. We did an extra reaction so you guys were able to see his second time hearing it reaction because...
Oh, that's when you did the little... You kept the camera rolling. didn't
Oh,
tell
yeah,
me,
I didn't tell you. That's right.
Because
So
you're
it
like,
could be
we should reshoot
authentic.
it. I'm like, no, we didn't want to reshoot it.
Right. So I tricked you.
Yeah.
Anyway, so this song. So long story
This is-
short, we like his vocal style now. We appreciate.
Thematically, this song is similar to Painkiller. Hold on, give me a second.
Okay. Yeah.
I'll be back in a second,
Yep.
guys.
Yep. We shall. Well, he's gonna return. I'm gonna chit chat with you. Vinny's pretty under the weather today, guys, so we might end up folding early. I don't know what's going to happen, so there's your warning. But don't have no fear. We'll reschedule you guys ASAP so we can get you right back in if we have to reschedule. Anyway, so how is everybody? I had an interesting day. Not really. Let's see. Anybody have any questions? This is... we interrupt this stream for a brief chat. The version of I Am the Walrus they did was stripped down. I don't know who suggested that version, but it was not a good one. Oh, really? I don't remember who suggested it either. But we have done like sometimes people will want us to react to a song and they'll buy a song reaction, like they want us to hear the song again and comment it on a different way. So I think that's happened like 1 or 2 times. So if anybody's like, that's trash and you really need to listen to a better version, we have ways of making that happen. Yeah. Hey, who has snow? We have a bunch of snow coming in, and we've had a bunch of snow, and we've got a bunch more coming. So that's pretty exciting. If it's gonna be cold, I'm like, you might as well have the snow, because then it's at least beautiful. Yes, bacon stuffed donut. Please pray for Vinny. The actual album version is so much better. Yeah, you know what? Like when you do a reaction channel, you're listening to so many songs per week that you listen to a lot of songs per week, but then you're also introduced to new stuff, and then you don't know which is the best version. You're just going with the version that's given to you. And actually, maybe that one might have been one that people didn't give us, because at the beginning of our channel, people were not they were not suggesting songs or buying reactions because we were so new. So we would put up songs. We would put up songs, and we would just hope we had the best version. People would be like, "What is happening?"
Oh yeah.
And then we would.
That's what happened when we did the. It was a Beatles song, or it was a John Lennon
Wait,
song.
I Am the Walrus. Is somebody who's just complaining about our trash version?
Helter Skelter.
Oh, that was the one.
Yeah, it was a live. It was a live thing. It wasn't. It wasn't the whatever. Okay, so this to me has the same theme as Painkiller, right? It's like this. Remember, Painkiller was like this. This guy who was from another planet, and then he would come down and he was like wreaking vengeance.
Was he riding a motorcycle?
Yeah, he was on this. Yeah, he was on this thing, and he was like wreaking vengeance.
Yeah.
And stuff. The Sentinel seems to be kind of the same thing. Like the Sentinel is basically like
guard,
a soldier,
right?
like a guard
Yeah.
soldier. You know, X-Men used to have these like robots that were going after mutants. They were called Sentinels.
Oh.
Yeah.
I knew the word was familiar.
Yeah. So like this is about like one of these you know, like super soldier type things. Anyway, long deserted avenues.
I thought it was like literally just like a guard in an old city, because dogs whine in the alleys.
Yeah, but like he's kind of sworn to avenge, condemned to hell, tempt on the blade, all fear the Sentinel. Dogs whine in the alley, smoke is on the wind from deep inside its empty shell. A cathedral bell begins. Like he's just putting out this kind of scene. Like he's laying out a screenplay. My daughter writes these screenplays, and like I remember being in English Lit, and they were talking about setting and things like that, and describing the scene. I mean, this is like one of these straight from one of these 80s movies. Like back in the day in the 80s movies.
And the sound too, like you know,
they'd always like show you the alley, and then like steam would be rising for some reason.
They did
out
that
of the
a
thing.
lot. Even I saw that, and we barely saw a lot of movies.
Yeah, it
That's
had
crazy.
like little dark blue tinge.
Yeah.
And it's like
smoke coming up out of the sewer, and
the only time that actually made sense to me was the Ninja Turtles.
Yeah.
Because the Ninja Turtles actually
live in the sewer pipes?
in the sewer.
Yeah.
So
I just learned that from watching the Ninja Turtles last week with the boys.
Allahu Akbar. Yeah, so it's like that's the other thing about like Halford. Anytime you hear about Halford, you always hear about his voice because it's just so overpowering. Mm-hmm. But I don't hear a lot of people talk about his talent as a lyricist, and also his talent as a storyteller. Painkiller was a story.
That's true, yeah.
A lot of these songs that he's written are like metal, like plays or a metal screenplay. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yep, exactly.
River just showed me like this 40K thing. There's this thing called 40K. Remember they were referring to it a couple days ago. Basically,
yeah,
it's like a heavy metal cartoon show, whatever.
Okay.
It's really, really interesting, but it makes a lot of sense because a lot of times in metal, you get these thematic. I mean, rap does it too, where like you're rapping a story. Mm-hmm. So rap does it too, but it's different with metal in the sense that they're coming up with their own music on top of it. So you got to give the metal, you know, the artist a little bit more credit. I'm not, I'm not dissing rap at all. I think Biggie was probably the greatest storyteller in rap. But
especially given his age.
yeah, but like I don't hear a lot of people talk about this dude's songwriting ability and his way to like set a scene.
Yeah.
Dogs in the alley, smoke on the wind, deep inside a cathedral bell. Like he's just really setting it up. And then
A storm begins to grow, which
And-
obviously is the
Right.
Sentinel coming. Sworn to
Right.
revenge, condemned to hell, tempt not the blade, all fear the Sentinel.
right, so this dude is kind of like Vaughn was a storyteller too. Rest in
Oh,
peace
you're
to him.
right. Okay, so here you go. Here's amidst the upturned, burned out cars, the challengers await.
Right.
I missed that line.
Right. And then they're, and then their fist clutch iron bars with which to seal his fate. The cross and chest and scabbard's rest, the rows of throwing knives whose razor points and challenge tests have finished many lives.
What's this? Across his chest and scabbard's rest?
Scabbard, so he's got like a chest plate and he's got all these knives in it.
Oh.
So he's by himself, but he's an expert knife thrower. He's bodied a whole bunch of people with his knife skills. But then there's the challengers. So it's one dude versus all these other people. Mm-hmm. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But he's got knives. They've apparently got baseball iron bars, all types of shit. Now facing one another, the standoff eats at time. Then all at once a silence falls as a bell ceases to chime. So the church bell stopped ringing now because remember he had referred. That's what I'm saying.
The church bell started to say that he was coming, right?
Right. Well, yeah, and he was just setting the scene. You know what I'm saying? And so now the scene is all set up. And then, boom, they go to clash. With shrieks and cries rush forth. The knives fly out like bullets upon their deadly course. Screams of pain. I mean, he just took them all out basically in one shot. But the crazy thing about this song, my favorite part about this song was, guess what? The solo.
Oh, really?
This song, I'm sorry, but this song would not have been the same without this
that
guitar solo. And I very rarely say that, and to me, that's where I judge the because I came up in new metal. New metal, there's no solo. Like they just took that out. And so when I started listening to other kinds of metal and was introduced to the solo, the majority of the time I didn't see why they put it in the song.
Oh my gosh! I didn't realize
I'm-
that's what was going on.
I'm like, well, I mean, why? Like, because as I said, I came up on new metal, and
Yeah.
there's no solos in new metal, so I'm listening to all these songs, and these guys are going off all types of stuff, and I'm like, I mean, and obviously, it wasn't until I picked up the guitar again, which really happened at this channel, because I had a guitar for years. I'd go off and on it, but it wasn't until the channel where I really, really picked up the guitar. To where I was like, okay, I'll listen to solos, but then it's like, for me, to this day, like, 9/10 of solos that you hear, I mean, they're good, they're nice, they showcase the artist, but it doesn't, to me, soloing a lot of times is just about showing off, look what I could do, which, look, if you put in the work to get that proficient, I get it. But for me, like, when I judge a solo, it's, would the song have been the same without it? You look at Disposable Heroes, that solo was crazy. You look at Fade to Black, that solo was crazy.
That's a good way of judging it, yeah.
Right? Like, the Fade to Black, that song is not the same without that outro solo. If you listen to, like I said, Disposable Heroes, just listen to the solo of Disposable Heroes. It's unbelievable. Shout out to Revo. So, I agree with VC 75 about Kirk Hammett. There's a lot of them. So that to me was like, listening to Priest, like that solo to me was like one of the best. It's the best solo I've heard in 2023. So that's one of the things that put it over the top for me. This is a 9.7.
This one,
For
okay,
me.
I liked. Again, each time that I listened to his songs, and I don't think that this would be the same if I just listened to his album just straight through. I think the fact that I get to listen to it and then there's like a gap and then I listen to it again in the midst of listening to other stuff. Like when we come back to it, I'm like, this is good. This is some really good stuff.
Agreed. Yeah.
And it had that sort of 80s vibe to it, and like you said, the alley and stuff like that, but also that just the sound of it, that I think I'm always gonna love that sound. Did you
Really?
find that there was like an 80s sound in there?
Well, yeah, this is an 80s song, right?
I don't know.
This must have been an 80s song. Absolutely.
87, yeah.
For sure.
Yeah. I love the sound of the 80s. To me, that's just fun. Probably, which is why I like Cobra Kai when we watch it with the kids.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm going to give this one a 9.6.
What did you think of what did you think about the solo yourself? Did you agree or was it?
I mean, yeah, but the thing is, like, I expected, like, there to be a great solo.
Yeah, true.
There are just certain bands that when they come on, I'm like, there's going to be a great solo in there. And I don't necessarily, like focus on the solo as much as you do, but I could still, this,
Well, that's because I play guitar.
Right, that does change it a lot. Yeah, so I really enjoy this. So thank you for bringing another Judas Priest song through, you guys.
Yeah, I agree. I've never been able to pronounce dude's name. But when Korn covered Another Brick in the Wall by Pink Floyd, they actually put the soul in the song. It's so strange hearing them performing a solo. Yeah, I saw that live actually. Like, and that was when Head wasn't in the band, so it was Monk was doing the solo, and he, if you know that history.
Wait, you said they put one solo in there?
They covered a Pink Floyd song, and so Pink Floyd had a solo in it. And so Monkey was doing that solo. So I was actually there. I was watching. And Head was out of the band. This is when,
okay.
he was in Love and Death or whatever. And so it was Monkey doing the solo, which is really interesting. If you know Korn, like Brian is really the guy that he can go off. I've seen it.
Yeah, live.
So to see Monkey do it, I was like, holy shit.
Yeah.
All right, guys. I'm a little bit under the weather, but the show must go on. We will continue on the other side of the break. Okay? Vin out.
Sori out.
Down. We shall return. I'm Vin.
I'm Sori.
If you would like to get your song reviewed, dear listener, there's the Filthy Capitalist option. As Sori says, $125 gets you straight to the head of the line. You don't have to be a part of the alliance. You don't have to be part of the group.
Wait a minute.
And the biggest thing is you don't have to wait. You hop, skip, and jump right in front of everybody. $125 gets you there. You do that 3 times, and you get mashed down to the $75 rate for perpetuity.
Yes!
Also, there is a band review option. So if you've got a band and you're trying to get your band some exposure, hit me up at insori@gmail.com, and I'll show you the details about how to pull that off.
You can also jump on Patreon, and there is a option on the tiers to be able to get your band reviewed. Obviously, we can't lie to you, so we can't guarantee a positive review. Get what you get.
It's just rubbish.
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 That's British for garbage.
My favorite is the community option. $1 at the gate gets you in at Patreon. You get to join an alliance. The alliance joins their points together, and that helps determine what songs that we do.
The alliances hang out on Discord.
Message me on Patreon to get the link.
And they do all kinds of other cool things. They do Minecraft, Dungeons and Dragons.
Yeah. It's really a community within the community. Anybody can go in the village, facebook.com/Vin and Sori. There's 160,000+ people on the channel. What's cool about the Discord is that it offers a real opportunity for community connection, friendship, that type of thing.
And it's on Discord, so if you're not a Facebook person, it's for you.
You start off at $1.
Right.
Plus you get exclusives. Sori and I are working on a song. So the first 15 seconds of that was on Patreon. Also, at $15 tier and above, when we actually debut the video, they're going to be there live with us. There you are, dear listener.
Buy our merch.
Buy our merch, indeed, and a child shall lead them. To buy our merch, my partner in crime is under the weather. He will return. In the meantime, I will read this, and we'll load up as though we're doing another song, but I'm not sure what's happening. Here's another one for Sin and Glory. If you are just now tuning in, Sin and Glory are back. If you're a member of Sin and Glory, we're moving from Facebook to Discord. Details are on the Facebook page. If you aren't a member but like alternative, classic rock, hard rock, grunge, goth, industrial, heavy metal, metalcore, progressive metal, and punk music, and want to help choose songs for Vin and Sori to react to, then climb aboard! Join Patreon and get on Discord. And if you join now, you'll help pick 6 songs for only $1. Our second song today is one of 2 winners from our free-for-all poll back in May. This song was nominated by Maurician Andre. Oh, Andre? Wait, is that the Andre that's always in the comment section here? It is a song by Black Sabbath called "Children of the Sea."
Ooh. What's this one?
Black Sabbath, "Children of the Sea." I did
You
their.
sure it's not Children of the Night? Children of the Sea?
Children of the Sea is what's written here.
Okay. Black Sabbath. Whoa, he said the Scream movie was badass. It's like the 15th one. Okay. Black Sabbath, guys. Which alliance was this?
Sin and Glory as well. Yep.
Okay. Here we go. Black Sabbath.
Let's go.
Did you read the little...
Yeah, they were just doing it wasn't an introduction to the song.
Gotcha,
It was to their group, so.
Okay, this is Dio Black Sabbath.
Okay.
Is it Dio Black Sabbath or is it... Oh, well, we'll see in a second, shall we?
Right there. Well,
Yeah,
I don't know.
That's Dio. Ryan James Dio. Yes! All right, let's go,
we
guys.
listened to a song off this album before. Because I remember seeing these smoking card-playing angels.
Children of the Sea, Black Sabbath. Let's do it. Oh, I'm going to like this song. I can tell it. Okay, this is a first. This is a first Dio Sabbath album.
Didn't we see we did Walk Away, right?
In the misty morning,
Oh.
on the edge of time, we've lost the rising sun, a final sign. As the misty morning rolls away to
No, keep going. Somebody bit off this big
For
time.
the stars, we blind the sky. We sailed across the air before we learned to fly. We thought that it could never end.
Ronnie James. I'm saying Ronnie James Dio. Black Sabbath, dear listener.
Babe.
But the first album in the Ronnie James Dio era.
Listen, you guys have to listen to this. Please play the beginning of the song again. You guys have to hear this. Is crazy.
Did you find something?
I'm telling you, it's very, very. I believe
Garth Brooks
might have.
Okay.
Okay. Oh, I'm sorry. Hold on. Wait till the song actually starts. Because you know me, I have a hard time finding. Hold on. Wait.
3:30 in the morning. Not a soul. City's looking like a ghost town.
It's not sounding the same now.
That's because
Maybe it's further in the song. Forget this. Excuse me,
Actually,
Garth.
no. Davy J says.
Okay,
Thunder,
thank you, Davy.
Thunder rolls.
It did, right?
Shaw.
Like I'm like it's here, but I haven't listened to that song in so long that I actually thought it was like more at the beginning, but definitely.
So Garth Brooks was Swagger Jacket from.
I'm telling you, it was very similar, and there was even like, there's a part where he says when the thunder rolls. That's the part that but we're not at that part. It's the thunder rolls part that ends up sounding like that.
Never should have.
Okay, wait.
And the thunder roll.
Wait, is it right here?
She's committed to this shit.
And the thunder roll.
You don't feel the vibe?
I mean, I guess. I mean,
Thanks for coming through, Davey.
Davy J was giving it to you. See, look, it says confirmed. Will Noid says. Remember when Garth Brooks pretended to be the dude Chris Gaines and tried to do awful rock music? He did?
I don't know.
He called himself Chris Gaines? Was it like an AKA to try to do rock
I
music?
I never saw any of that.
Okay, so there was a little debate about, I don't know if it's a debate, but a little back and forth about Dio era Sabbath versus Ozzy era Sabbath. It's crazy. I could see both sides because Dio, I've said, like, if I had a, an all-star band, like a five-piece all-star band, Dio would be my vocalist. Mm-hmm. I'd have Head as a guitarist 1 and then Dimebag as guitarist 2. You know what I'm saying? But then I'd have to do the Iron Maiden thing and put 3 guitarists in there. So I'd have to have Head, Dime, and then Iommi, because I've never heard a bad Tony Iommi riff, and I've also never heard a generic Tony Iommi riff, which of course when you say generic, that's got the term genre in it, mm-hmm. right? This guy was a genre-defining and genre-creating riff master, who to me is. This is going to be blasphemous, but, we listened to Hendrix a couple weeks ago, and I'm like, I think Hendrix is great. I just don't understand the hype about him. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And I think...
You've been saying... I haven't really seen the hype either, to be honest with you.
I'm not smart enough in guitar, and I'm being sincere, because I'm like, everybody and their mother is talking about Hendrix as like the definitive undisputed champion. So to me, I'm like, okay,
what are we missing here?
I am missing something.
Yeah, the whole world can't be wrong.
Right. So but for me, Tony Iommi is head and shoulders, without question, the greatest guitarist in my view.
Wow.
And I don't believe it's close. I just think. If you want to judge greatness by whatever you want to judge it by, to me, to be the father of so many different genres, I mean, almost literally 1 million songs. If you think about all the heavy metal bands that have come from that family tree, I just, to me, Tony Iommi is
he's the greatest.
Head and shoulders the greatest. Like. Because to me, art is about expression and creativity. And for people to look at your music and then go, I'm just going to copy that and just add my little twist to it. But to be so inspired, like by this dude. And I don't know, maybe like you have different, people have different categories. You have like the virtuoso, which is like the guy that can do 6 trillion scales in 2 minutes, like Yngwie Malmsteen or whatever. And they're a very niche type of, like, and you know, there's animals as leaders, like the new guys that are changing the way we look at the instrument, and I think that's great too. But for me personally, a guy that can inspire so many different genres of music, and a guy that can be so creative, to me, he's just the best, and he's head and shoulders the best in my opinion.
I mean, he's.
I'm not saying that he's. I'm not saying Jimmy's trash or even Satriani's trash. Mm-hmm. I'm just saying that this guy is different. He's just something different. Everybody else is like. The Jimmy, yeah. Jimmy Page from Zeppelin. I agree. I agree. Apparently, that bastard had a trash bag filled with scraps of paper that had riffs jotted on them. And and Sabbath was Iommi's band, not Ozzy's. Okay. Fair.
Wow.
So like
pieces of paper, writing riffs on a piece of paper? How do you do that?
Because, well, I mean, you could do the tablature, right? So like.
Right.
But like, I noticed that with creative people, like Jay would talk about this. Like he'd be out there selling drugs and then like doing raps in his head while he's on the street corner. Like these creative people, like these generational talents, like they always have shit in their head, like all the time. Like we knew a dude that like at church, and he would get up and preach these 45-minute sermons with zero preparation.
None. And he was literally
notes.
the best out of all of them that were teaching. It wasn't even close.
And the shit was...
People would ask for the notes, and he would be out like weird about it. And then I ended up asking him, I was like, where's your notes? What's going on with these notes? And
Dude
then
had
he was
no
like,
notes.
The guy was like, I have no notes. I don't make notes. I just
Yeah,
was
the
like,
guy,
what?
the guy was a virtuoso, that guy.
Matter of fact, he pulled it out and he had 2 lines written on his phone, like literally like 5 or 6 words.
Unbelievable. Yeah, and they would be like good messages.
Oh, they were like I said, it was the best. And I went to Bible college, and I've been in church all my life, and I've gone to lots of different types of churches, and in different churches in different states, and churches in different countries, and same thing. It was literally the best I've ever heard.
Yeah, and like, but if you talk to that dude, like stuff was in his head like 24/7. Like he'd wake up, and all that shit would be like swimming in his head and all that stuff. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So
yeah,
it's just people like that. Like they're just gifted, and it's just in them, and it's just it's just a matter of getting it out.
Yeah. Well, you know, I think that we have the opportunity to let our hearts fill with good things or bad things. And some people are just so much art within them, and that's what they put out. Some people just bring in so much darkness that they're only putting darkness out. So like out of the mouth, the heart speaks is really a very true passage. And so yeah, when I hear that Jay is on the side, he's practicing it. He's got these lines going in his head. These people, it's like, okay, these people are definitely gifted, and inside of them, like that all that art just needs to be able to come out. Yep. All right. Okay. So yeah, I will give my rating, and then I'm gonna close out. We're actually gonna close out this stream. Vinny's just too sick. You guys can't see, but his shirt is like drenched. He's just sweating so much. Poor thing. This one is a really, really high rated song. You know what? I'm just gonna close this door because since you guys are here, let me see if I can find that spot now that I have a little bit more time. I mean, what the hell? I think it was at the part. Okay, wait, let me close out. I'm gonna give this one a 9.9. I loved it. So Vin out, Sori out. I'll let you guys know what hit Vinny's ratings. Ask in the comment section for the ratings if we don't post it. We'll try to pin it in the comments what his rating for the song was. So Vin out, Sori out. Let me see. I want you guys to see because I'm convinced that this is so make him drink more water. I was trying to give him the water, but he didn't want it. I think when you're super sick, like you're having trouble, it doesn't you don't want to guzzle a bunch of water. Thank you Ben and Davey. Thanks you guys. I'll let him know that you guys are looking out for him. Okay, let me see.
She's not right.
I know that you guys don't like country.
It's the weather that has kept him out all night.
I need to find it though. I think it's
And the thunder rolls. The thunder rolls.
hold on.
And the lightning strikes. Another love grows cold as the storm goes on. Deep in her heart.
This part I think.
She's waiting by the window when he pulls into the
I don't know. Okay, Davey, which part of the song did you think it was where it like catches it? I know when when I heard it, it like had the Garth Brooks vibe all over it, the Thunder Rolls song. But oh, Randy, you like the Thunder Rolls? I used to listen to that song okay, so you guys know my story. I wasn't able to listen to music when I was a teenager. I started listening to music when I would leave in my car. So I was 16 with my car. I'd take off, blast the music, and so we, honey, just go lay down. I'm coming in. Yeah, just lay down, please. What was I gonna say? Yeah, so that was when I first heard that song, the Garth Brooks song. I love those kind of songs. I've always liked those kind of tragic love story songs. What is wrong with me? It felt like kind of like a metally sounding version of what I felt they were doing in the Garth Brooks song, but again, I can't bring you guys to the part. I don't know. And also, when I feel like rushed, and I'm rushing myself right now. I'm terrible at finding stuff. Anyway, guys, thanks for... When you think we'll get to hear the other two songs in the stream, just curious, I want to be there. Ben, I am not sure. I didn't know he was as sick as he is, so I gotta find out what's going on over there, and then we'll let you guys know. If you are on Patreon, there is going to be a spot where we're going to have like all of the streams, the next streams coming up. They already have that, but I'm going to be adding more to it once I get a connect of who I'm supposed to give the information to. Then you guys will know if you're on Discord better when the streams are. So it's $1 a month to get onto Patreon, and that also gets you into Discord. So for $1 a month, then you kind of will know when the streams are and stuff. So if you're interested in that, that's also another benefit of Patreon. But thanks you guys for coming through. Sorry we couldn't complete the songs tonight, but we're definitely gonna make that up to you. Reach out to me, team leaders, and let's get you guys right back on the schedule like as quick as we can. Sorry Ben. I can't give you a time right now, but I don't know how long he's gonna be sick for. Okay, I'll let you guys know again about the scoring, what he gives it, and in the meantime, stay safe. Yeah, hey Archero, sorry about that. Vinny's much more sick than I realized. If I knew he was that sick, I probably would have just canceled it, but I didn't realize he was that sick. He was asleep the whole day mostly, so anyway, yeah, pray for him, send good vibes, all that shit. Thanks you guys for coming through, and we will see you guys later. Yes, Kel, we'll keep you guys posted. I'm sure he just needs some care and concern from his wife, which I'm gonna go give him. Much love to everybody. Let me finish this